Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video, man. Today I'm doing another video talking about the All-Star break. I did another video talking about how I don't see a problem with the All-Star break. And, yeah, my fault. It's late, y'all. And how I don't really see a problem with it because it humanizes, the players and makes them seem, because, celebrities and we're always sort of dissociated from normal people.
Are you really the last
So
person
I
to
was
find out?
like, I don't see the issue with it. But I saw Lowe make a video about the All Star game, and it made me have some thoughts about it.
Francisco for my first All-Star weekend, bro. Yes, I know, it's crazy. It's amazing. But unfortunately, my first potentially a way to embarrass the All-Stars and have them play a little bit harder as well because they will look extremely dumb.
Oh, this is what I'm talking about, the new format. So the new format is, let me go back and see if I can find it. Yeah, 3 All-Star teams because it's 24 players, 3 teams of 8 players, and then the Rising Stars game winners, and it's only going to 40 because they want to keep it short because they know niggas don't try. And then we're gonna go to here.
Kenny's team that he picked, it's Ant, Brunson,
Yeah, I gotta see
that
this.
will really just start blowing things out. Then you have Barkley, Kenny, and Shaq picking teams, and I use that very loosely because if you go look at the teams, it's very clear how they were trying to build these rosters. Shaq's team that he picked, it's LeBron, Curry, AD, Tatum, KD, Dame, Harden, Jaylen Brown. On Kenny's team that he picked, it's Ant, Brunson, Triple J, J-Dub, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Cade Cunningham, Tyler Hero. I'm pretty sure you kind of get the gist here. And then on Chuck's team that he picked, it just so happened to be Jokic, Giannis, Shea, Victor Wembanyama, Pascal Siakam, Sengun, Karl Anthony Towns, and he had to just stumble across D-Mitch because Luka didn't make it. You see what they're doing there? The foreign players just so happen to be on one team. The younger stars just so happen to be on another team. And then Shaq has some of the OGs. So these are artificial.
I'm about to say, if that's what you wanted to do, you didn't have to hide it behind the draft. You could have just made the teams and like made that the theme. Oh, I don't think it would have been easier to market that way. I feel like, and I don't think people would have gotten mad. But they were talking. He goes on to talk about how the players don't try. My thing is, if y'all want the players to try, like if y'all wait, hold on, let me find it.
Grant Hill, Penny Hardaway.
Stopped when LeBron James said, "I'm not doing it." And from that point forward, the start.
It gets pretty excessive. Can't even hold you.
LeBron.
It was about them.
Window that he could have done it. So when Vince Carter came in, it was terrible about the All-Star game. So hopefully the new tournament style works. I understand.
He was talking about how it's just straight nostalgia, and I'm not. He was talking about how people want to nostalgia hunt, and that's fair but if you want it to be a nostalgia hunting, I ain't gonna lie, because I saw a video. The reason more people get injured is because people are playing more basketball harder for longer, so your body starts to wear out sooner. Like, people are starting to play basketball at a very young age and take it very seriously, and they do that all the way up to the league. And by the time you get to the league, you're injury prone because you've been playing basketball your entire life. So people are just gonna naturally get more injury prone. And it was like he was talking about how LeBron and KD were playing the whole time, and they watched it, like, gotta have some type of accountability for the All-Star game. But to be honest, it's like they're old. They're trying to save themselves for the playoffs and the games that really matter. But my thing is, at this point, if you want people to try in the All-Star game, and he was like, we're not telling them to play like it's the regular season or the playoffs. But hold on, wait, right here.
On All-Star Sunday to play as hard as they play during the regular season or the playoffs. I understand that. But you trying to tell me you can't play as hard as you play in the summertime when you're working out to get yourself in shape? You can't do that?
Shout out to Stephen A. Smith. That's actually a really, really good point. No one
Great
expects
point,
you to
actually.
Play regular season level. We're certainly not asking you to play playoff level. But, bro, like, some of the stuff y'all doing, it's not even, like, workout level. It's not even scrimmage level. It's quite literally shoot-around level. I might get a lot of pushback from this, especially as someone who has been anti what I'm about to say. But on one hand, I kind of actually believe that they just need to go back to, like, having the fans vote for this and just have the fans vote matter, if not all the way, but at least more than what it is right now. Personally, I believe fans are much more intelligent now than they were, 10 years ago when, crazy people were getting playing and barely playing games, et cetera, et cetera. But moreover, fans have the ability to know who's going to go out there and play hard. And so one of the players that isn't going to be playing this year is LaMelo Ball. LaMelo, who I believe is playing at an all-star level, to be fair, probably shouldn't be on the team. He's not playing as better as a bunch of other people who are ahead of him. And obviously his team is at the bottom of the standings. But I also kind of feel like, bro, if you're going to go out there and just be half-assed and you're not going to care, that means that you don't want to be there anyway. So why not just give it to somebody who actually wants to be there? And in my opinion, I don't even use like all-star selections as grading on how good a player may or may not be regardless. So I don't really care about that. Like, I shouldn't have to hear stories about ex-NBA players going to the locker room, giving grown-ass men pep talks about how to give fans a show. This is another reason why like, there's a massive disconnect with NBA players, the executives and decision makers in the NBA and their fans, because it seems as if like it gets further and further and further apart. As a fan, it's tiring to have to pay more for League Pass but get less in return, pay for more subscription models to watch as many games as possible. Ticket prices are consistently going up. Players are playing less games. And then when it comes to the All-Star game, where y'all are getting 3 days of rest more than likely before we even get to the actual game itself, and then y'all are going to get another 3 days of rest after that, you're telling me we have to find all these other ways to incentivize you to play, what, 20 minutes of basketball? That's crazy to me. As a fan, where is my break? What am I gaining from any of this shit? Again, I'm paying more, receiving less on League Pass. I'm paying more for ticket prices. I'm paying more just to interact with what's going on. This is a huge reason why, for those who don't know, I'm on a platform called playback.tv/Lowe's Room, where I provide more value to the League Pass holders out there. So if you have League Pass, you can watch games with me live. But outside of platforms like that,
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I learned about that. I was like, oh, so you can watch NBA games live on Playback. I went to Playback. That bitch was like, yeah, you still gotta have League Pass. I was like, fuck. But the thing is, what I think is, because D-Book and KD was like, go back to East-West. D-Book and KD was like, go back to East-West. And I'm like, okay, that's what y'all want. That's what y'all want.
All the formats are terrible in my opinion. We should just go back to East-West, and just play a game. I think we've been trying to, bring that flair back somehow with the All-Star Weekend, but maybe just keep it traditional. But we'll see how this one works. You never know. I might be wrong.
I'm more into the nostalgia. I agree with Kev. I like East versus West. But with your own team jersey, I like the old jerseys.
Bro, you know what's so frustrating when I watch that, bro? It's true. Like, we all want the nostalgia back. We want it to be back to what it used to be, East versus West, because that's what it, in all honesty, should be. It don't have to be East or West. Just two teams are the top, in theory, 24 best players in the NBA, going back and forth. And again, it doesn't have to be ultra competitive, but it just needs to be better than what it has been over the past couple of years. But it is very frustrating to hear NBA players complain about it. Like, oh, man, I hate it. It needs to go back to that. But it's like, bro, the reason why we are here where we are right now is because of y'all. No disrespect to KD, but, bro, you've been in the league throughout the entire transition of where it was when you first got into the NBA to where it's at now. LeBron has been in the NBA from when it was in the mid to late 2000s, all through the 2000s, to where it's at right now. Y'all were a part of the transition of it being entertaining to where we are today. You have to take some level of responsibility. I think I've seen clips where they have, but at the end of the day, bro, y'all sitting here complaining, but the truth of the matter is this shouldn't even be a problem in the first place. This is something that y'all have breeded amongst one another, and the thing that's very fearful is that as time progresses and the further we get away from what was going on before, like in the 2000s and the 90s, the harder it is to rekindle that type of feel of the game. And we just sit here and just make all these crazy things up, bro. The formatting in and of itself, to me, is just dumb. Like, having 4 teams, 3 all-stars, another team fill the rising star winners is crazy to me.
No, that is kind of dumb. But to me, I credit Adam Silver for trying to try new things and spice it up. Here's what I think we should. I think we should go back to East-West, and we need to have a sit-down with all the players that are of all-star caliber and say, what will make y'all try in the all-star game and make it entertaining? Because think about it. We're not asking you to try. Like, if we can get closed runs level of basketball, like, I'll take one if you have to. I want 203, or Jordan Clarkson hooping in a fitted levels of runs. That's all we want. And then I think you should consult the players on what they want and what will make them try. And to be honest, I think the only way to make them really try is to shorten the season. I'm not gonna lie. If you can lower the amount of games, it'll lower the risk of them getting hurt by default, which raises the chance of them trying in the All-Star game. But I think you should also add a 1v1 tournament or some type of event that's not the skills challenge. Something new that's gonna be entertaining. So entertaining players that didn't make it, like the Kyries, the Trae Youngs, the not Luka's, because Luka would have made it if he wasn't injured. The LaMelo Balls, like the Melos, the Trays, the Kyries, the players that are entertaining and we want to see, but you don't think should make the All-Star team. They can still come to All-Star weekend, be deemed. We should increase the amount of All-Stars because the talent level in the league is rising, but you don't have to put them all. But you don't have to put them all in the game. You can put them in different events or something to entertain the fans. Like, again, hypothetically, a one-on-one tournament. I saw a clip, and it was of Kenny 1v1 tournaments by height. Because I feel like my position is dumb and becoming arbitrary at this point. By height or by skill set or something like that. Like if you do point guards, Melo's 6'6", Luka 6'7". But like if you saw Trae versus Kyrie, or like an offensive-minded player versus a defensive-minded player, like Kyrie versus Drew, and then Drew versus Kyrie, because Drew's known for defense, Kyrie's known for offense. So if you flip them and have them 1v1, it would be interesting. Or like something to get other players, like the flash, like he was saying, like he thinks the fans should have more vote because like LaMelo's not in it. Have LaMelo in it, but if you don't want to put him in the game, that's fine. If you don't think he's that good, fine. But he is an all-star caliber player. Put him in a different event that we'll still be able to see him and enjoy his skill set and talent. But yeah, I think go back to East-West, or just overall consult the players, see what they want, add another event, and you might have to shorten the season because there's too many risks of players getting hurt. Like especially like with the All-Stars players, like a lot of them being older, like LeBron, KD, Steph. I don't think Jimmy's an All-Star, but if we go back to the list, where's the oh, right here. LeBron, Steph, AD, KD, Dame, James needing to save themselves for the playoffs. You might have to shorten the season if you want them to genuinely try in the game. I'm sorry. That's just how it's gonna be. But there is ways, but I feel like it's a lot more. Like people are forgetting that they are also humans, and yeah, they're not trying. Is this like y'all should think about it as like, have y'all ever thought about it as this is their way of protesting and saying we want things to change? Listen, like them not trying is low key a form of peaceful protest. I'm not gonna lie. Like you could take it as, hey, we're not being heard. Listen to us. Because y'all keep trying shit and they're not trying. Has anybody ever thought about asking the players what would make them try? What do they want to make the All-Star game enjoyable again? Because if trying was enjoyable, I feel like they would do it. Which means it's the product's not enjoyable. You're trying to make it enjoyable for the fans. But the fans are quote unquote don't enjoy it unless they try. But if they're not trying, that means it's not enjoyable for them either. So you're really putting yourself in a lose-lose situation. So if you ask the players what they want to making them try, or at least have fun with putting a little bit more effort in, which will make them happy, which in turn means they try, which in turn means the fans are more happy, wouldn't that turn it from a lose-lose to a win-win scenario showcase all around? That should be something that y'all should consider doing. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments below, man. And I'm going, y'all. Peace.